Okay, it's time for a hot take. Hell episode 5, it was very underwhelming to me. I'm gonna be honest. Hell the tension was, it was just not there for me personally. When you have a fight like this, where you see the CGI, it's just so ugly to look at. Like, I know we have had the CGI monsters for the past 5 episodes, but the fact that they've been talking about this huge boar fight, and the fact that it just gets resolved in 5 minutes, the fact that it immediately just it's just so baffling that how they just instantly kill it, and that's it. That is it. It just dies like that. Like, it is crazy to me. Like, the fact that they didn't have the Rhoda didn't have the foresight of having the newbies take the last shot in. Like, that is wild to me. The fact that you have to have your own son the fact that your own son is smarter than you is crazy, because I feel like this is basic common sense to have the newbies take the last shot, because that's the only way you're gonna grow. You can't just have the newbie charge them. You can't have the newbie charge the monster right off the bat, because it's their first time hunting. And the fact that it took Alan for this situation to be resolved is kind of silly to me, because not only Rodin he knows what a trial of the gods is. He knows how what it feels like to level up. So you would think that, knowing what Rodin knows, he would know that, to have them attack at the last second, so he could so they could also get the trial of the god. It was very silly to me. Like, I genuinely thought it was very silly to me. But I did like that this guy Alan was pretty smart at how he managed to summon his creatures, and that he also managed to get that XP bonus. Like, I really did like how Alan he is pretty crafty. Like, I really do like his character a lot. Like, he becomes very crafty to the point where he even tricked he even tricked them into performing in a contest. And I think the contest was very interesting to me, because it really just showed Alan. He was very smart about it. Like, the fact that he actually managed to use his creatures to actually somehow immediately, well, not immediately, but the fact that he couldn't last that long. The fact that he easily beat him. Like, Allen was relatively strong, but when you have someone like Roden, Roden was an absolute beast. Like, I really like Roden a lot. The fact that how serious he is, like, it is so, like, you see this, like, Roden, he like makes sure to use his strength. Like, you can see the demon comes out. Like, he just immediately, like, Allen couldn't even hang on even a little bit. Immediately just gone. Like, it was just crazy to me. Like, I really like Roden as a character. I think Roden right here, it's like I don't know what. Honestly, I'd probably say I like him more. I think I like him a little bit more than Allen. Cause Roden, he actually does seem to have a little bit more of personality. I think with someone like Allen, you see more of his personality when he finally starts to figure out his true calling. When you see him actually, like, summon a butterfly, actually summons his E-rank monsters, like, and then you actually see the potential. Like, he's actually starting to boom like a butterfly. Like, I thought that was pretty cute. Like, I thought it was pretty awesome. Like, it was just pretty silly. Like, I really liked how Alan, he not only does that, he also summons a tiger, a saber-tooth tiger. But the CGI is still out of whack. Like, the CGI is like I'm not blaming the animators or anything. Like, I feel like that's pretty silly. But, like, this CGI is just so atrocious. And the thing is, I read the manga. I recommend the manga. I really do. The manga art looks significantly better than the monster design looked way better than this. I don't know what they tried to do with this monster design, but it was just not it. Like, I don't know if it was some internal trouble, or a lack of budget, a lack of man time, or just a it just or whatever. It seemingly just doesn't jive with a lot of people. This CGI design, a lot of people just don't vibe with. understandably so, when you have something like this. Like it honestly reminds me of the I can't remember what year it was, but the Berserk anime. If you guys remember the atrocious design that is, I wouldn't say it's nearly as bad, but it's close for the monster design. At the very least, it's like it's like a mixture of CGI and 2D. I think this is, yeah, 2D. But at the very least, it's not all CGI 3D like something like Berserk. So at the very least, I could give them applause there. But the fact that we have seen Alan actually start to shine with the board, where he can actually, where he can actually like actually start to potentially take out the board by himself. The fact that he's actually growing into his own person. Like I really like Alan a lot. Like I think Alan in the latter episode really makes me like him a lot. I think like towards the last half of the episode, it was really good. The arm wrestling moving forward, I think the episode really had a lot. It really showed Alan's true potential. I think Alan is going to start becoming more interesting. Finally, I didn't really have too much interest in Alan. My main two favorite characters were still Krana and Roden, but I think this is where Alan's going to start to shine, which I'm glad for. I really like the idea of potentially having infinite monsters and infinite MP and somehow being stronger than the Demon Lord. I think the possibility of that is really cool. And I think the slow build up to that potentially it does make it worth it to a degree. Even though like I said, even if the monster design is terrible, but seeing that slow build up, it could be interesting. I'll just leave it like that. But regardless, this episode was decent. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It was just decent. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.